Got my handy dandy black dang deck of cards. That made myself. Welcome. It's me. Who else? Multimedia 7 here to do a live reading for y'all. Now, I want to do a dream catchage, but something became more evident, more to my liking. So I wrote some notes down and give me a moment and we can get started. YouTube just let me know, as well as me being able to go moderators. So, if you'd like to be a moderator, as ambassador for sure, let me know. Or just to be honest, you just let me know. Alright. This message is interesting. Let me just pull my files out. Alright, I'm gonna start with the weather. Usually, you know what, this might be synchronistic? Synchronistic, yes. I'm hearing something, it's not like sync like Bluetooth. Something about the Bluetooth in the car. Anywho's, I had something to speak about in regards to the weather pertaining to last week. Now, I did make a comment on the community board speaking about how with the Hurricane Kirk or something like that. I know they have Helen somewhere, Helene, and it's ironic with everything going on in the world right today, right? You gotta look at the synchronicities of like what's going on. When I say that, so there's one tropical storm or hurricane or something of that sort called Helene. The place and region, the area, and significantly is interesting because the first thing I thought about when I seen them write that name, even though it's not spelled the same, I think it's just a E at the end that makes it different. There's something about Helen Keller, and I know she was blind or deaf. Honestly, honest to God, I don't recall if she was blind or deaf, but something in regards to mass media and that going on. There's some significance there. Then the other one I was joking about with I think they called it Kirk. I said, why y'all named that after Kirk Frost? You see why the relevancy of Helene? Wordplay. Think about that next time when you watching the weather. Anywho's, there's something significant about the weather that happened last week pertaining to this week. So I wrote a few notes down beforehand. So like last week, Monday, if you take the AS class, American Heritage Society, you'll understand the fundamental elemental breakdowns of each weekday and how it can pertain to you. So like Monday, trust your intuition. The sun is shining, beautiful, just like today. It could have been like a really good day on Monday. Then Tuesday, where you're taking action, partly cloudy, so you getting stuff done on Tuesday, right? But then you have also time to have leisure time. Then on Wednesday, it was getting a little cloudy. You could have been in your feels. You could have been feeling some type of way. But it started picking up on a Thursday. Chavoo. All right. So Thursday was giving wind. Friday was giving rain. So there could have been a lot of talking on a Thursday. Somebody could have been in their feelings on a Friday. And however, whatever feeling you was feeling on a Friday, you can use that to alchemize for something else, or you did. Saturday was giving thunder. It's like, well, I'm gonna shake the room, gonna shake the table type of vibe. And Sunday was giving snow. So we're getting real cold. I'm hearing the calm before the storm. So with air and water placements, high significant from the Thursday to Sunday time, it was giving fire placements, as in entertainment. Like, so I'm getting the vibe of someone is either being entertaining or like something is entertainment. Whatevs. Anywho's. The reason why I bring this up is because it's something about a few people's careers right now in the industry. And if you go into the esoteric files, if you can handle it, um, I've been having a lot of dream catcher messages in regards to certain celebrities, but I didn't at first understand what was going on until I seen something, I believe 2 weeks ago. I haven't been making zodiac readings as usual, but I'll get back to that when the time is fit because there's a lot going on right now. So I'm going to tell you what happened last week, Thursday, or Thursday to Sunday, actually, and give you a synopsis of what I'm talking about. So you heard earlier how I broke down the week and how I predicted it from last week, right? So that could have also happened beforehand. So your week could have went like that last week, or it could be something like that is going to happen now. So let me tell you about last week. So last week, Thursday, it was a travel day. I cannot recall what I did last Thursday. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was probably just chilling, doing my own thing. But then Friday, something interesting happened. I had plans, but then there was an interruption from an Aquarius and two Aquariuses actually. One Aquarius indirectly, and another Aquarius in an Aries placement. I had something to do, but ironically, these two people, in a sense, they didn't want to block my blessings, but they had to go receive blessings. So it was given the vibe of like, one, somebody, you ever had to do something and somebody trying to do something to you and it's so inconvenient. So like I really wanted to be upset. Like all last week, it's like things were just trying to make me mad. Things were trying to make me upset, and I was just like, these are not my emotions. If they're not my emotions, then they somebody else's. So I had to redirect that energy. I said I'm not feeling it. So Aries is in regards to a fire sign. Fire signs are interesting people. But in regards to astrology, Aries does rule chaos and chaos magic. So I knew right then and there when the Aries, because it was like the Aries wasn't trying to be like mean to me per se, but was trying to provoke me, and I knew that that wasn't like intentional. It's like they were being led by a spirit. They were manifesting, and they wanted me to join in on that, and I was like, all right, no. So with the two Aquarius placements, Aquariuses rule celebrities, technology, the future. So it was just like once I realized what was going on in that dynamic, and you can also call it a triangular force of power, like a pyramid scheme in a sense, because the Aries and Aquarius was present, but it was one Aquarius that wasn't present. So like, if there's two Aquariuses, it's giving doppelganger energy. So like, I knew the other Aquarius that was not present when the chaos was starting to erupt. I knew that because they're in regards to my career field and sharing, giving blessings, receiving blessings, I wasn't mad at the Aquarius placement. You feel me? It was the Aries placement. I was just like, so what you doing? Like, you gotta understand, when people come to you, when certain energies come to you, you need to understand that those people, based on their placements, that is the energy overall of what it's giving. So I wasn't feeling what the Aries placement was trying to give me. I wasn't feeling that. But instead of arguing with the person in flesh, when I know it's a spiritual undertone meaning to it, I just let it rock. I just let it do what it did. I was just like, you know what? Because the way I see it, if I know one Aquarius placement is supposed to be a blessing to me in a spiritual sense, and another Aquarius is going to see the Aquarius, but the Aries just tagged along. Yeah, I'm a let things play out. And I'ma just see what happens, because one thing is, if you reject negativity, it gotta go somewhere. So if negativity tries to come to you and you entertain negativity, now you was sitting in negativity. But if you allow negativity to reject itself or go back to sender, you following? Then it's like karma. If you ain't do nothing wrong, do I must I hold your hands anyways? So that was Friday. Friday is about creativity. So in the sense of alchemy, that's what was going on. Saturday, talking all day. Like just talking to your people, just talk like it was just giving like good vibes, good conversation. I was like organizing, just getting things done, prepping for the week ahead. Sunday, relax time. Ironically, somebody wasn't feeling well on a Sunday, even though I was having really good conversation with them. So I'm just like, interesting. But I already know what that's about. Outside sources. You got to like attachments, things of that sense, or a spiritual upgrade. So neither here nor there. So you might be wondering, why am I talking about the days of the week? Why am I talking about the weather? Is it a conversation starter or is it leading to something else? Now, the main topic, like I said, I wanted to do a dream catcher message, but instead, let's talk about the archetypes in the industry. That should be the channel message, the title message overall. Because the last 2 weeks, I want to do these messages, but it's like God was telling me, you got to do something different, you got to do something new. And that's cool. I'm all for adapting and things of that nature. And I know there's a lot of topics that I would like to talk about on this platform, but it's more of a what content is going to, in a sense, help somebody else or bring light into a situation, like the good kind. So, and it's all about how I was feeling about representing these matters in my own content. Anywho's, so now the archetypes in the industry. We're gonna look at 5 different celebrities at this moment. Highly significant at this time in mass media and pop culture. Well, at least 4 of them right now. Maybe 3. Follow along. The wife, the single woman, and the baby mom. These are the 3 archetypes of women in the industry. Now, one moment. The wife in the industry, the entertainment industry, let's be very, very, very precise and accurate with what we're trying to describe right now in this video. In the industry and pertains to entertainment, which pertains to Black people, I guess you could say, Leo placements, or what pertains to what the skill set is, the standard. They have shown us that Beyonce is the modern stereotypical entity. Entity. Something about an entity. I don't know. Maybe the entity she's using. I know she is spiritually inclined, especially with her resources from where she's from. And let me not get too much into that. So they have made Beyonce the modern wife, the fantasy of, not really fantasy, because it could be realistic, depending on what you got going on. But they have shown how she's the ideal wife. She doesn't say much. Her beauty speaks for herself. She's very intelligent, owns businesses, has a family. If you watch the elevation of Beyonce, it's like her relationship was strategically organized so she can be who she is today. This woman does most things that most other women cannot or can, but is labeled differently by the way she moves. Business related, of course, but it's really more about who you are as a person. Your genetics, your birth chart placements. Ironically, she's a Virgo, so Virgos do have that connotation of the Virgin Mother. So, and a mother what teaches. She doesn't have to say anything. She shows who she is, what she's about, and that's how she has created her. That's how she created her beehive and fans and supporters because they all like the vision of what she has going on. Now, the single woman, the single lady, is represented by none other, ironically, Taylor Swift. In the industry, Taylor Swift has dated so many men. And it's not to judge, like, girl, do your thing. She has dated so many men that she has been able to produce a massive amount of money by telling her story. But the only catch is, thus far, is that she cannot have a prosperous relationship while she's trying to, keep this self-image. I didn't say there's nothing wrong with her. I don't know what she got going on. But I need y'all to know that that is the image that they want to portray. And if you even go into the Beyonce, Taylor Swift, whatever that was a few years ago, it's kind of interesting to see how things are playing out now. Ooh, somebody didn't want to say that. I thought Ninja said something. Anyways, the baby mother archetype, it then to be described and taught to mass media and pop culture by someone I don't think you guys would expect. Michael Jackson. A black man who then lost his melanin and then got a surrogate to carry his children for whatever personal reasons, and it happens to be a white woman. Think about that for a moment. And why do you think that I bring up Michael Jackson when talking about the stereotypes of the baby mom? In the entertainment industry where, things are regulated in a certain type of way, an agenda, you can call it racism, you can call it colorism. I really don't care about those things. I'm not going to say I'm ignorant to being aware that those things do exist, but to each his own. So in the industry, supposedly back in the day, because things are changing now, it's not a debate, it's not an argument of what's better or whatever. It's all about preference. But in the industry, the preference is for a lighter tone woman or a lighter complexion woman, a white woman, to usually, show attributes of in media of what a wife is. But ironically, Beyonce has been portraying this wife image for like more than a decade now, right? But then you got the white girl, Taylor Swift, acting like the single girl that can't keep a man. Are you following with the Becky with the good hair? All right, so that's not Becky with the good hair, but I'm just saying, because if it was Becky with the good hair, Taylor Swift wouldn't be in the position that she's in right now. Anyways, so you're wondering why I'm bringing up Michael Jackson, right? And I brought up his baby mom, the surrogate mother, right, who was a white woman, right? I bring this up because the notes I wrote was what happened. The white woman surrogate is now a brand. The white woman surrogate is now a brand because I think like MJ really started something there. I'm not saying there was never anything like this before, but now like the white woman surrogate thing is really something. Maybe it's like a behind the scenes thing. Now, the reason why this is significant. So Beyonce's a Virgo, Michael Jackson's a Virgo. I'm not sure what Taylor Swift is. I believe she's a Sagittarius. I could be wrong, but I believe she's a Sagittarius. So follow along. So now with the white woman surrogate, it's as if you're already too powerful in the industry or you hold some sort of rank in the entertainment industry at that, breaking down genetics. You take a black man full of melanin, you put him with a light complexion woman or surrogate. You create these interracial children, which is nothing wrong with that, but then they lose genetics of their melanin, which weakens their magical abilities. Then we have the prime example. I wouldn't say the prime example, but I have a example of where we have seen this happen on mass media, social media, pop culture. Her name is Kim Kardashian. Libra. People get their justice in many different ways, let me tell you. So now there's a Virgo, a Sagittarius, and a Libra thus far that we're talking about. Kim Kardashian is the stereotypical baby mom. And I'm not talking about the mothers who, really doing for their kids, co-parenting. I'm not saying she's not doing this. I'm not talking about the average baby mom. I'm talking about the entertainment industry and what they value and see as fit for the baby mother figure. I'm not going to go into who she is as a person. If she is fine with who she is, kudos to you. She actually technically has melanin in her genetics because of her father. In science, by genetics, the children inherit the father's genes. It's scientifically proven. So when people fault her for the color of her skin and they don't think she deserves certain things, the exact reason why she is where she is today is because of her father's genetics within her. That man is not white. I believe he's Middle Eastern, which is close to minority descent. Just about. So then you have those situations of why the archetypes are made in the industry, why it feels like there's some sort of restriction and how people feel like they should be viewed, how people feel as though they should act. And the best case scenario to prove this method and what's been going on is none other than the man who calls himself Jesus. So, who is Jesus if you don't know? That is none other than Kanye West himself. I grew up really listening to Kanye West, and because of my placements, I understand where he's coming from. It's just because of that Gemini placement, I don't know what his other placements are. It just comes off wrong a lot. And, it's good for controversy. It gets people talking. What he said, it's provocative. It gets the people. It's provocative. It gets the people going. It's provocative. It gets, in case you ain't hear me the first time, it's provocative to people going the archetypes in the industry. The wife, the single lady, and the baby mom. Maybe there's something about that single lady song that's in there that like that's a topic for another day. Probably I asked class for real. Anyways, so back to Kanye West. Gemini placement, right? Kanye West had a wife who was Kim Kardashian. You follow along? Kim Kardashian, the Libra, Gemini Libra. Communication, justice. Communication, justice. Their pairing, whether they knew it or not, was like orchestrated for some sort of justice to like happen. Whether for him or for her, only time can tell. So, like I was saying, Kanye West was married to Kim Kardashian, biracial, biracial woman, black man. Surrogate. She's supposed to be the surrogate white woman with the black man, but she's biracial. So you see what happened there was the white side of her and her genetics, the Caucasian, excuse me, is saying that she should be a wife by industry standard, but that minority part of her from her father's side by industry standard wants her to be a baby mom because she's already gone through certain parts of the industry which has deemed her beneath wife level. Are you following along? So ironically, people want, not to say interracial dating is bad, but people want to keep their genetics, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's kind of like a sick joke where their relationship played out in front of the whole world and showing how people treat their genetics. Because you got one part of her genetics, which is saying she's a wife and she got the wife title based on looks, attraction, based on the industry. Then that baby mama title comes in with them other type of genetics, and they want to slander her. They want to label her as certain derogatory things and phrases. Then you have the husband, the ex-husband. What happened before he got with her? Mother died. Right? So, it's getting interesting. So what happened before his mother died? Before his mother died? Was it before or after when he grabbed the mic at the award show, a nationally published television show from Taylor Swift, and said that he felt like Beyonce should have won the award and not Taylor? Because Beyonce was the wife and Taylor was the single woman, and at the time, Kanye was in a marriage. So the black man communicated his placement, communicated about Beyonce, who's a Virgo. So it was a spiritual message. The spiritual message was that Taylor Swift shouldn't have won. Beyonce should have won because she was a wife, or is a wife, and Taylor is single. You see how I just said something that had nothing to do with skin complexion? All right. So, what did Kanye get out of the relationship? The opposite of Libra is Aries. Chaos magic, right? So if somebody is working in the north or south node, what that means. When Kim was with Kanye, it was nothing but chaos magic because they were not meant to be together, because you can tell she was working in her south node. She's a Libra. All the things she was doing, she didn't have to do that. It's called free will. But anyways, So then you come into no, then you realize that it didn't work out. They got what they got out of the situation due to the chaos magic. His mom is no longer with him, so his mother figure left. Not only did his mother figure left, but Jay Z and Beyonce stopped talking to Kanye. Sagittarius placement, Virgo placement. Spiritual mother, are you following along? His spiritual mother and his physical mother left. I can't really say too much for Jay Z right now. I'm about to pull some cards in a second. Just know that now Kanye, after the relationship, has gained this image of Yeezus, and Yeezus is something he's always said, and this is something where I say there's power in the words you speak. This man has been calling him Yeezus for a long time. I don't know if anybody ever remembers. I don't know if anybody remembers that song Jesus Walks that he made. He said, "God showed me a sign, trying to break me down," something like that, right? The industry. So he's been calling himself Jesus this whole time, and Jesus is like a reference to Jesus. Now, me personally, I do not feel inclined to say that I believe in Jesus. I just believe in God more. I have faith in God more. There was something the prophet told me, showed us in congregation about what Jesus said. I cannot remember. I cannot remember where in the Bible says, but if I, go into my notes, I'm sure I'll be able to find it. But there's a line in the Bible where Jesus himself said, and I'll paraphrase, he ain't doing nothing for you. Once Jesus got on that cross, died for y'all sins, that was it. So when people be called, there's no shade to Jehovah's Witnesses or nothing like that. You believe in what you believe in, but I'm always speak my truth on this platform. Let me tell y'all. So when y'all be praying to Jesus, y'all be calling Jesus' name, that man is not coming down here to help you with nothing. It's only God that can intervene on certain situations. So the fact that Kanye West is representing himself as Jesus, as a reincarnation of some sort of Jesus. Jesus was a prophet, a teacher. He traveled from place to place and spread his message. That's why you now see Kanye West now doing the gospel music. It plays on to not only the gimmick, but on a spiritual level, he's doing something in accordance to his own beliefs, and which you felt like modern day now would be relevant to a parallel between Jesus. Follow that man if you want to. I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with it. I have my own personal beliefs. Sometimes people use the name of God to do some interesting things. Some gimmicks are more outlandish than others. And it's all about preference, taste, and your own beliefs. Now, let's get into this reading. So, what's the zodiac signs we done called out so far? Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Sagittarius. Two Sagittariuses. All right, two Sagittariuses, a Gemini, a Virgo, a Libra. Hold on, cause I ain't never gonna miss a beat. You feel me? Let's write this down. Hold up. I thought I was done with the folder. Where we going? Where we going? Gemini, Virgo, Sag, Virgo, Libra. The white woman surrogate Cancer. And then her husband Sag. Two Sag, two Virgos, Gemini Libra. So I don't know how Michael Jackson will ever like is gonna get. I don't know. He has some sort of justice. Something about Michael Jackson and Mr. Yeezus himself. There's some sort of spiritual. It's something about wives and like surrogate wives and surrogate big child's mothers and stuff like that. There's some messaging I think Michael Jackson wants people to know about that, and he's saying that you can learn more about what he's trying to like speak through me to say about the white woman surrogate cancer placements by watching Kim Kardashian and what she does, past and present. Kanye West then has spiritual messages that he teaches in his songs, especially in his church outings, quote unquote. I don't know if it's considered church, where he's speaking about this industry reform, about being a wife, a single lady, or a baby mom. Overall, it's about the mothers of this world. What are you teaching? What are people learning? What are they taking in? Because there's a lot of, I can't speak for pop music or maybe even R&B, but in predominantly rap music, you see time after time other people put out these music for years and decades, and then after the fact they come out and they say, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have did that song, or this project and the record label, they were paying me to lie on all these songs. You even seen certain rappers say they don't do nothing in the songs they be talking about. But then because it's on mass media and it's promoted and now people are seeing what's being done and what's deemed as cool, they're following these attributes based on the industry standard. And a lot of the people not even in the industry at all. And in this message, we're talking predominantly about the entertainment industry. There's only things you're going to understand. You have to understand why these people are speaking in code. It's in the music. I have to tell people all the time, you go to a party, they playing a whole bunch of rap music, hip hop music. From the time you walk in to the time you leave out, you know somebody's going to fight. You play love music, which is in the frequency of, good vibes, chilling, a good time, love making. Yeah, it might be a little nookie afterwards. You guys know something about partnerships at this time, high significant in the day. Let's see. God, what do you want us to see today? Jupiter, some love and luck coming in. God tells me what to do about fun and romance. Live your life. Do what you want to do. Because if you follow after the next person and you want to be like the next person, especially if you don't know them, you just see them got likes and views and all stuff like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, God blesses people in different ways. Just remember you are who you are and nobody else. Beauty, intelligence, and true love. True beauty inside and out. Communication happening now. I am the new change. God, thank you for blessing my career endeavors. Amen. Thank you for the live. And everybody who watches, I appreciate it. My intentions are pure, spiritual message. That I think that's from MJ. Spiritual manifests the physical. Cha-ching, money comes to me easily. That MJ money, give it here. Love comes from within me, therefore I trap this same energy. Spiritual message. Michael Jackson just wants y'all to know that he was unjustly killed. I don't know if I could say that on him. Whoever need to hear that. guidance, dream, feeling, mind, something about a dream. I'm gonna do this dream catcher message. Sure enough, because do I got some stories to tell y'all. Woo! Let me not get too crazy. Something about a celebrity, possibly born in the year 1994, or something in 1994 happened. I have I haven't gained great fortune. Some great fortune was gained in the year 1994. Thank you, God. Physical cash and spiritual money locate me now. Amen. Angel money. So God on a mission right now. He's sending the archangels to go retrieve some money for you. I am rich in gifts and also wealthy in blessings. Significant change. Something massive is about to occur. Something in regards to Jupiter. Check your Jupiter placements at this time. If a Gemini, you can get in contact with a Gemini. It's something they're going to say in a conversation to you that is going to make sense of another situation. All right, that's the message. I continue to have fun and look beautiful. Thank you, guys. I receive it. Stay blessed, guys. Nah, turn it on. Turn it on.